Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is my March bullet journal plan with me. So before we get into the March side of things, let's have a little flip through of February. So February I really fell behind with. I didn't fill in hardly any of my sales plan or contacts or add any notes. The only thing I really filled in with this was the video plan and the tutorials and of course my weekly spreads. So this was a really bad month because I was absolutely super duper busy. I haven't had time to sort of fill in my month in review, which I usually do. Haven't even added any doodles to the last few pages here, and the last page I just completely missed as well. I was just so busy that I just did not keep up with February at all, and I was really disappointed with myself. So for March, what I've decided to do is to make it really fun, to make it colourful, to kind of almost sort of try and encourage myself to actually write in it and to plan properly. So far this year I haven't actually managed to plan an entire month and keep up with it, and I really want to be able to do that for March. So for March I've gone for a floral theme because when I think of March I think of spring and I think of buds and flowers and everything starting to get green. The weather tends to get a little bit better here in the UK as well, so I've gone for a floral theme, and I went for that floral theme as well because I knew that I could try and make it really colourful to try and encourage myself to actually write and plan in this properly. So what I've done for my cover page is actually made a floral wreath. So I've included some irises, some feathers, lots of pink roses and other kind of bud type flowers. And then all I've done is created a circle around my typography of the March there. And then I've just started to colour it in with my Prismacolor pencils because I actually bought the whole set of Prismacolor pencils and I've been itching to use them. So I decided to use them in the bullet journal, and some of the colours in the Prismacolors are really colourful, really bright, and they went perfect with this. So all I've done is just coloured in all of the leaves with a nice green and sort of toned them a little bit with some different greens, and then just added some floral colours. So I've gone in with some really bright pinks, some purples, oranges, yellows, that kind of thing, and just really made this really attractive to just encourage me to actually write in it. So this I thought came out quite well. I had a sort of a vision in my head of how I wanted it to look, and I kind of had a flip through Google and also Pinterest to try and find some ideas, and the way that I'd planned this in my head came out exactly for the cover page, so I was really pleased with that. So next up was my calendar page. You'll notice that on my February flip through I did not fill any of my calendar in. None of the important dates were filled in. Nothing was actually planned on the calendar at all, and that's really disappointed me. So again, I decided to add another calendar page in an attempt to try and keep myself on track, and I've added the flowers and everything to make it attractive so that I actually look at it and want to fill it in. So yeah, hopefully that will help me there. So the format that I've gone for this calendar, I've gone for little kind of square bubbly type things, so the corners on everything are nice and soft and round. It's kind of a fun sort of theme to go with the flowers, and I thought this worked really well, and the boxes or the little bubble squares are 6 by 6 dots in size in the Leuchtturm diary. So on this page I've added a little goals section. I've also added a stats, and then on the top right hand side I've added a little floral feature in there just to add that bit of colour to the page as well. So on February I didn't actually fill in my stats, I didn't fill in any goals. Actually I think I filled in 2 goals, but I haven't really kept myself accountable for any of those goals and to actually fill in any stats. And again, that's just because I was really busy and I just wasn't attracted to fill in February's bullet journal plan. So yeah, I've just gone in with the flowers, added some nice pink tones again, just kind of made it really fun and colourful, kind of matches my kind of personality as well. And I think the calendar page looks really attractive, and I'm already pumped to actually fill that in, so I'm going to do that as soon as I've finished this recording of this video. So the next couple of pages are my go-to pages. This is something that I absolutely always fill in any of my bullet journal monthly plans, and that's my video plan and my tutorial plan. These are really important to me because I need to know what videos I need to make and when they need to be out by, so I can schedule what I need to do in my weekly plans, if that makes sense. So what I'll do is at the first of the month I'll sit down and I'll plan every single video which I want to make in that month, and then I will make sure that I schedule activities to be able to get that plan done in my day-to-day basis. So I'll look at what videos need to be made in a particular week when I'm doing my weekly spread, and then I will plan tasks according to those so that I make sure that they get done, because that is my main priority. And also similarly with my tutorial page, at the first of the month I make sure that I sit down and plan out what tutorials I actually want to create for my website and for Patreon, and also for YouTube as well. So I make sure that I sit down and plan those out, and that's what these two pages are for, just for planning all of those videos. At the beginning of my bullet journal I actually have a whole page of video ideas which I always refer to. I think I showed that in my last plan with me in February, so I will leave a link of that down below for you guys if you want to check out that sort of video ideas planning page. So yeah, I've just made this really fun and colourful once again. On the tutorials page, instead of having a whole page and sort of it looking a little bit all over the place, I've actually divided it up into 3 sections for my $5 tier tutorials, my $10 tier tutorials, and then my website exclusive tutorials, just so I can keep it a little bit neater, so I know which ones are going where, so I know which ones are dedicated for my $10, $5 on website and that kind of thing. So I've just sort of divided the page up to make it easier for myself for when I'm referring back to it. So the next couple of pages are my sales page, and I've actually included a habit tracker in this month's plan. Again, this is just to try and keep me accountable. But the first page is a sales page. This hasn't changed for any of my bullet journal monthly spreads. What I do basically is just create a small sales plan for that particular month, and then I write down any marketing which I want to do. So I create a sort of marketing plan for things that I'm going to release that month, any kind of marketing that I want to put behind any sales that I need to hit. So it's sort of like a target setting, like what you'd get in a retail job. I just kind of set myself a target and then work out how I'm actually going to market and pitch those sales to reach that goal. The next page is my habit tracker. So this is a new for this spread, and again that's just to keep myself accountable, to try and make myself actually use my bullet journal to its full extent for this month. So all I'm going to be tracking for this habit tracker is Facebook, Instagram, Facebook group and Twitter posts. Editing each day, make sure that I walk each day and drink as much water as I can, and also make sure that I complete some chores each day as well. So it's just a simple habit tracker. I might add a few more things to this, but there'd be more personal things, so I didn't really want to include it into this video. So I've included this habit tracker this month to try and keep me on track and actually using the bullet journal properly. So next up are my weekly spreads. This weekly spread I actually completed because I needed to plan out everything for a couple of videos for the end of February. So this week includes 3 days from February and then the rest for March. So I just needed to quickly plan that out. So that's why you haven't seen me draw the whole thing for this. But I've just added a few flowers and a few accents and everything, and just made it look really nice and pretty. So the next week is exactly the same format as the previous week. I've just sort of filled out these boxes, one for each day, and then all I'll do is just put the days of the week on and then fill out each task when the day comes. Or I might actually plan my whole week ahead, which is what I've kind of been doing, and it's been a lot easier for me. I've also got a small box for the goals, and I decided to add a little bit of a different sort of design on that, and I've added some kind of like sticky tape at the corners there to make it look as if it's being held in, and a little feather and some flowers for each day as well. So let's get into the flip through of the March setup. So the cover design I'm really pleased with. All of those florals are really pretty, and the calendar page for March I'm really excited to fill that in. I'm actually going to keep on track of my stats. Probably said that last month, but I will try my best this month. The video plan and tutorials page is really attractive. I didn't really need to make that as attractive as I did, because I always make sure that I write in those because they are quintessential for me. The sales page and the habit tracker page are a couple of my favourites as well. I'm just overall in love with this design of this bullet journal setup. I love the theme, I love the colourfulness. It's a lot different to my usual black and white design, and I'm actually really excited to fill this out and complete a few sections of it. So when the first of the month comes, or the last day of February, I will actually sit down and fill in the sales plan and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, just really excited to use this one. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully it's giving you a few ideas for designs and ways to fill in your own bullet journal if you do this. If you do keep a bullet journal and you like my design and you feel like giving it a go and replicating it yourself, then make sure that you tag me in Instagram, because I'm always interested in all of your guys' designs as well. If you're new around here and you like this video and you want to see more, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. I release art videos 3 times a week, one of those being a tutorial video every single Friday, so make sure you hit that bell icon to be notified of all of my video releases so that you don't miss that all-important tutorial video every single Friday. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!